Hi everybody, I just thought I'd record a couple of videos in case we get snowed out on Monday. So I'm just going to go back over what we did on Wednesday with creating a table in Excel. So remember, the tables in Excel are a lot different than the tables you're going to run into in Microsoft Word. These tables actually have quite a bit of functionality. So here's my spreadsheet. It's the same one that we used on Wednesday. I'm going to select it. So you would select any spreadsheet area. Go over to the Insert tab in Excel and then choose not pivot table, not recommended pivot tables, but table. So my ribbon will look a little bit different just because I have a more recent version of Microsoft Office than we have in the lab. So what will come up is the Create Table dialog box. The check mark, which is my table has headers, just means that I've got column headings, so date, purchaser, category, description, quantity, and price. If you don't have those, some kind of heading to your columns, you would remove this check mark here. Now I'm going to click OK. That's all I need to create my table. So I'm going to go through that again. So I'm going to undo that. Click over here. Again, I'm going to select my area that I want to turn into a table. Click on the Insert tab, look for the word table. My table has headers, date, purchaser, category, description, quantity, and price, and then click OK. So here's my table. It's the same one that we worked with. Notice that we now have drop-down arrows next to each of my headers or column headings that give us the ability to filter out information. So one of the things that we looked at when using a table the other day was we've got a new Table Tools Design ribbon, and we added a total row. So the total row will appear at the bottom. If you click here where I have my price, you'll see now that there is a total. If I didn't want a total, if I wanted an average or a sum or something like that, I can click the downy pointy arrow and I could select max if I want the max number from that group of numbers. I can select average if I want the average. I do want it to show total, so I'm going to go back to sum. Sum meaning the same thing as total. Same here under quantity. So now that we've added the total row, all of these columns have the downy pointy arrow and you can select different formulas. So if I wanted an average of the quantity, I can select average and there's that. The other thing that comes up in this module, it's module 5 that we're working with in the New Perspectives textbook, is formatting some of the columns. So I'm going to select the date column and I want to change how the date looks. So I'm going to click on Home and I'm going to go over here to the number category. A couple of different dates on the drop-down menu, but I want something a little bit different. So I'm going to come here to the dialog box launcher. It should go to the date. I want medium date. So I'm just going to repeat that. So I'm going to undo that, select those dates, click on the Home tab, go to the number section. It might look a little bit different just because I've got a different version of Microsoft Office. Go to the dialog box launcher, look for a date that I want. So I'm going to scroll down and this time I'm going to pick this one and then click OK. So I've changed the date format, the way the date looks. I'm going to come over to price and make a couple of changes here. So I'm going to select this column. Again, make sure you're using that big white plus sign or white cross for this. I'm going to go back to the Home tab and I want to apply the counting format. So the accounting format is available here on the shortcut menu, but I want to go a little bit further. So I'm going to click More Accounting Formats. What I want to do is have no $sign. So I'm going to click next to symbol and select none and then click OK. So that will give me the style of the accounting format, but no $sign. So I'm going to do that one more time. Select the numbers that I want to apply the format to. Go over to the Home tab. The accounting format is available here on the ribbon, but I want to go a little bit further. If I click it now, I get all those $signs, and that's really hard for people to read. So I'm going to go click the downy pointy arrow, go to More Accounting Formats, take that symbol off, and then click OK. So now I have the accounting style format, but I don't have all those $signs. If I just want it on that one column, which I do, or sorry, in that one cell, I can just click the button and apply it there. So I'm going to put it actually at the top and the bottom. So that lets people know that you're using Canadian or American currency, but it doesn't put $signs down across that whole column. The other thing that we did with the tables the other day was that we looked at filtering. So we're going to try that. So I'm back on the Home tab, and I'm going to come over here to the Sort and Filter button, which is available on a couple of different tabs. But I'm on this one already, so I'm going to choose that. So I'm going to click on Custom Sort and add a couple of levels of formatting. So the first, sorting. I'm going to choose, I want to sort by category. And then I want to see what purchasers I'm buying categories from. So I'm going to add a level. There's the add level. I'm going to click the downy pointy arrow here, and I'm going to select purchaser. And then I want to see the quantity that I'm getting from these purchasers. So I'm going to add one more level. So that's 3 levels. If you add one too many levels, you can delete one. You can copy a level if you're just making a slight change. But we're adding quantity. And I'm going to do largest to smallest. And then I'm going to click OK. So now I have all of that information sorted just a little bit differently. I've got the purchaser, I've got the dresses, and then from each purchaser, I'm seeing what the quantity is that I purchased of each item. So it goes dresses, 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 pants, 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 shirts, shirts, shirts. So that's how the custom sort works. And we talked about the other day just looking at the icons to see what kind of icons are on the arrows. The next thing that I want to do is go back to Sort and Filter, go to Filter, and I want to select out items of a certain price. So I'm going to click the downy pointy arrow here, go to Number Filters, and I want to see everything that's more than $500. So I'm going to go to Greater Than and type in $500. Click OK. So now we're only seeing items that are $500 or more. Notice that we have a little filter icon on that button, so that means that we're only seeing those particular records, as we would call them, and nothing more. If I want to see everything, I've got to go and clear that filter from the price category, and then it returns all the records. So I'm going to stop here and let you try that.